Hi, thank you for watching a new video blog. I haven't been using any sunscreen for over 2 years now. As the so-called C virus thing started, I immediately stopped using sunscreen. It was by this time that I decided to not use it anymore. It was a very bright year, it was very sunny spring in Holland at least. It was totally like today. Every day was like a total clear blue sky, no chemtrails, no contrails. It was exceptionally good. It was sunny every day for weeks, for months maybe. It gave me the opportunity also because I was so free to do whatever. I couldn't do anything else besides going outside, that I decided to look further into sunscreen, into sunburn, into the sun. I found out that when you start early in the year, when it's springtime, when the sun is not that strong, when the days are short and you have not the possibility to go out until late into the sun, then you can really gradually build up your protection in your skin against the sun. So what did I do? It was March 2020 and I started going outside every day, and every day I exposed myself for maybe 10 minutes in the sun. And after 2 weeks I noticed that I could stay longer in the sun. I had built some color and I noticed that I didn't feel any overheating on my skin. Then I decided, hey, okay, let's go for 15 minutes every day into the sun, and then slowly half an hour. And as I was getting more and more tense, I noticed that I could handle the sun quite well. In the summer, I was totally tanned, and still I hadn't used any sunscreen. I was out in the sun for hours. You can watch my videos from that area 2 years ago. For example, I went to Italy for weeks and I stayed in the sun almost every day. I did it with, still I was concerned because I was afraid that I would get burned one day, but I could stay like half an hour, 1.5 hours on the beach and I still didn't have no sunburn. That made me realize that it's just sunscreen is just like it's just nonsense. It doesn't exist. It's in nature. It's just like the biggest crap that you can imagine. It's just totally unnatural to go out and to cover your skin for the sun. So I stayed many hours in the sun in the summer, and I had absolutely no sunburn. I maybe had a little when I started in springtime, the first days, because I was trying to find the right spot for me. And my nose got burned because it's just a place that it sticks out, so you catch a lot of sun. But I didn't get a lot of sunburn, just a little bit. And the funny thing was that I get the sunburn, and after I exposed myself to more sun, and there was no sunburn. I hadn't had any sunburn. So last year I did the same. It was a not so sunny spring. Actually, it was quite a bad spring. It was just like weeks of rain and cloudy, and it was just miserable. And you can see that also the videos that I make around this time, it was paler, my hair was darker because there was not a lot of sun. But I exposed myself again to every little bit of sun that there was. I exposed myself. I start building up my skin for to just create a protection layer against the sunburn. And also there was a moment that I was just so tense and I wasn't burning. I was in Italy again for weeks. Every day I went to the beach 1.5 hours. I walked around in the sun, no sunscreen, and I was fine. I had no sunburn, and I found out that it's just very easy to get rid of the need of sunscreen. You absolutely don't need it. It's just nonsense. It's just like the biggest nonsense that there's out. Well, there's more, but this is one of the crappy things that they sell you. Because first of all, around the globe billions of people are just going out in the sun and they don't put sunscreen. I've went to Africa and I didn't see anybody put on sunscreen. I went to Asia, the same. I didn't see anybody was thinking, oh, I have to go out today in the sun, let's put my sunscreen on. No. And there the sun is at least 5 times stronger and they have probably 5 times more sun in the year. So it made me realize that it's just we are in the West, in north of Europe and in north of America and the Western world, we are getting just fooled by these big companies. They scare you into skin cancer, the idea that you get skin cancer, which is proven already to be false. The highest amount of skin cancer is in the areas where people are the least exposed to sun, for example, Northern Europe, Northern United States, North America, Russia, these parts where there's just absolutely the least amount of sun in a year, and these people get skin cancer. And do you think that people that get skin cancer, that they're just like, there are millions of them, that they are all doing the same like me, that they all have been out in the sun for months without any protection? No. Probably all of them have used sunscreen. Probably all of them thought, I need to protect myself. And they did burn anyway. So, something to think about. I'm doing this right now for myself. It's my decision. You can think whatever you think. But I know that I don't need any sunscreen. Just a relief, another relief. Like so many other reliefs in my life that I found out I just can be here in the sun. I've been here now for 2 hours maybe, and straight into the sun. You can see, no sunburn, my skin feels quite well. I have built up a protection layer against the sun, and it's all in all of us. We all have this protection layer. If you use it, if you use your senses, then you can also manage to be in the sun. Because when I start to be sweaty and when it starts to be too hot, I get out of the sun. I get in the shade. That's normal. The thing is that most people go into in the sun for way too long, and they don't have this layer built up on their skin because they put it down every time with sunscreen. They just block the protection because your skin cannot protect itself because you block it every time with the sunscreen. Anyway, I will make more videos about this topic. It's just too complex to talk about it now. I just wanted to show and tell you my experience in this vlog with how I got rid of sunscreen. No sunscreen in my life anymore. I threw it away. And next videos I will talk, it will come later, I will talk more about, more closely about, go deeper into the subject of getting used to the sun and etc. But this was just my introduction video about my experience or of how I built my skin up for protection so I don't need any sunscreen anymore. That was it for today. Thank you for watching and see you next time.